the sight in the game, cause see the boxing voice.
We'll get here with ThaBoxingvoice.com. I'm here with Ray Boom Boom Mancini. Now, Ray, it was said that at the Boxing Hall of Fame, you were very candid with fans about the state of boxing today, specifically Floyd Mayweather and the way that things are going with the split in promotions and networks. Can you elaborate more on what you said about, just the state of boxing in general?
The state of boxing right now is, I said, the good thing about boxing is that we have fights on network television. It brings it into the homes of people on a Saturday afternoon, Saturday night, Friday nights, which is a good thing. Quality fights. The thing I said that may not be good is that there seems to be one guy doing it, and I'm not sure a monopoly is good in boxing. We don't understand other sports. Football's a monopoly, race cars, driving is a monopoly. I don't think that's good for boxing.
Now, you came from an era where fighters fought and champions were champions and they fought everybody. That's your era. That's what it's going to be known for. Does boxing lose something with the split in, PBC, Top Rank, Golden Boy, everybody kind of divided? Does boxing lose a little something for the fans specifically?
Well, absolutely for the fans. I get a kick out of it saying, because one guy's on HBO, he can't fight on Showtime fight or vice versa. It used to be that it was Don King and Bob Arum wouldn't fight but they were smart to know that if the fight was big enough, they'd match their guys against each other. Of course, that's what's best for boxing. Now you got guys aligned with different networks. That's not good. That's the inmates running the asylum, and it could only hurt boxing. We want the best fighters fighting each other for the biggest fights, for the best purses, and that's what boxing needs. That's why I think boxing back on network television is good. It makes stars of some of these guys again, and it brings fights into the homes of the fan. But the split, one guy lines himself with one network, and another guy does it, and they won't make the match. It's absurd.
Now, last couple questions. As far as True TV goes, where do you think they line up in terms of what they can do for the sport? What can True TV provide as an outlet for certain fighters, and what can it be at its best?
Well, True TV is a good option because, again, it's another network that's back in the fight game that normally wouldn't be. For instance, BET got in the game last weekend. Places like that normally didn't do fighting. That's a good thing. So it's not the traditional networks, it's the other networks that didn't have boxing on their agenda before, they do now. Again, that's good for boxing. There's more outlets for fighters to fight. I think it's a positive. It'll make stars of a lot of these young guys, and and build them into pay-per-view fighters, because there are very few pay-per-view fighters. Back in the day I fought, you had to earn it. Guys like Ray Leonard, Tom Mears, Roberto Duran, Marvin Hagler, they earned it. Now you got guys, you got one guy who's the so-called A side, and the B side is nothing but a B side. Usually back in my day, it was two A fighters fighting. So that's the difference now. The lack of opposition, the lack of quality of fights, that's what's hurt boxing.
Now, my last question, you've talked a lot about building young stars in boxing, and you talked about the young fight game is where it's at. We just saw the conclusion of Floyd Mayweather, Manny Pacquiao a month ago or so. Are we going to be better off, and I don't want to phrase it like that, but are we going to be in a better position for fighters to grow once those two guys kind of move out of the limelight and move on and kind of say their goodbyes and give fighters the chance to take the crown?
Well, I think that was a kind of a farewell fight for both guys. It wasn't much to watch. It was a lack of a fight, but whatever it was, God bless them. They built it up. Shows that the interest in boxing is still there for the casual fan, and for the non-casual fan, everybody was watching that night, so that was good for boxing. But yeah, the fact that they're at the end of their career, the young blood's coming in. Boxing should be all about the young blood, and that's what's a good thing. Yes, so it brought boxing in the forefront of the public knowledge again, which is good. Though the lack of the performance, what are you going to do? But a lot of these young guys will become stars on network television, and then they themselves become stars in pay-per-view.
Okay. Thanks, that was great.